Zack Gelof had his 12th homer of the season, all since the middle of July. Here's Mark Kotsay.
We're excited. Obviously, this young man's done a tremendous job since he's been called up, both on the offensive side and the defensive side. We saw him make an athletic play there on the diving line drive. And, obviously, I think he's shown through this time the impact that he can have, not just on the field, but also in the locker room. And, he's come in here and really started to become a leader in that clubhouse, even though he's a young player, first time in the big leagues. His work ethic, his preparation, leading up to games is tremendous. So we feel really good about that.
Man, wish my boss would say all those nice things about me.
Oh, they don't say that about you?
High praise there from the skipper, Mark Kotsay. Brody and Biff, and look, what we're about to do comes with a warning. Like, this is a very media type thing. We're about to ask the question, should people view Zack Gelof as a cornerstone of the future foundation of the Oakland A's? And look, there are others, Lawrence Butler's, Esteury Ruiz's, Mason Miller, J.P. Sears, but I digress. Like, Gelof has excelled already so quickly and so consistently, it begs the question, like, is he the focal point of the next generation of the A's? And for as much as we can talk about hitting, I know what you like to discuss first is usually his play in the field.
Yeah, I like his play in the field. This is what makes you an all-around ball player, is when you can take a play on the defensive side and turn it against the opposition, where you stop runners from getting or reaching first base because you've made a great play to your left or to your right. And then you're able to turn double plays. But not only that, you can play the routine play, but then all of a sudden now you can make spectacular plays. So on defense, you become a great asset knowing that if anything is hit your way, 9 out of 10 times it's going to be an out.
You know, with the bat, he's just a hitting machine, like, get off me. I think he's just a natural hitter, Bip. I mean, he's had some sequences of struggles, but he hits for average. Obviously, he hits for power. He's already drove in 26 runs in 55 games.
So you see what I have in my hand right now?
Oh, Louisville.
He makes me want to hit again. Because when I watch him hit,
he inspires you.
Marvel at what he's doing. A guy who uses the entire field can get in the gaps, but then all of a sudden now he can reach the seats. And an old guy like me starts to reminisce about how it used to be watching this young kid play.
An experienced guy like you. So let me ask you this to close out the conversation. What does he do to avoid, like, getting too far ahead of himself or just kind of staying where he's at? Because who wants anything different from him right now? Just keep literally doing what you're doing. You'll do great.
You have to keep the same habits. You have to always understand that if you don't play well, someone can come up and take your job.
Sure.
So you have to stay hungry. And I don't think he's going to get too far ahead of himself because Mark Kotsay is that type of guy that's going to have a conversation with you.
Yeah.
So I think that the mental attitude that he brings to the game, he's got to keep that. He's got to always work the basics forward each day like he does. I watch him do the ladders out there for his feet. I understand that he's in the batting cage early. Those are habits right now that he has to really lock into his foundation and never change that. Some guys, they'll have success and they'll change their whole routine because they feel like they've made it or they got it, okay, I got this on lock.
Right.
But that's when you have problems. But see, if he just keeps his head down and keeps working, bring his lunch pail to the ball game every day, he'll have success.